Hello there guys, it's Glurmit here and we are back with another free-to-play episode. I think we're now on episode 8, it's crazy, it's going so fast and you guys can't get enough of it, so it's going to be coming for a lot longer and hopefully more frequently. Now in terms of this episode, we see some great progress. We unlock Vandal Chewie, we also make some progress on Mara, we make some more progress towards 7-star Young Han, Kanan, all of those characters there. So anyways, going into the video, the topic for today is fleets. I know this is something a lot of you have been asking for, so I kind of want to talk a little bit about the fleets I'm going to be farming. Now unfortunately, I can't really show you gameplay here because I haven't unlocked fleets themselves, so you'll just have to listen to my voice as the game plays in the background. So the most important thing is we need to make sure we have those 5 dark side ships to unlock Zetas. And what I'm thinking at the moment is the 3 Geo ships, so that's Sunfac, Spy, Soldier, and then we will do the First Order TIE Fighter, and most likely Vader. If we do all of those, we should be good for getting a 5-star Executrix, which will eventually lead to Zeta map farm. So that's kind of what we're planning for there. And I know a lot of you have been asking how we're going to do it, and I think that's what we're going to do. I mean, we may work on bounty hunter ships as well. That is also a possibility. Because you know what, bounty hunters are good. They're a meta team at the moment. Their ships are good. But the only holdback I really have is that if I went to farm bounty hunter ships now, we're not going to be farming our smuggler team, we're not going to be putting enough energy into Mara Jade and all of those characters there, so we really need to prioritize getting just whatever we can over the line. We don't want to miss out on Zetas, but we want to do it with the minimal investment possible early on. Something else of note though is we will also be farming Vulture Droid, and the reason for this is we're going to be farming Iden at some point. Iden is too good not to farm, so we will farm her up. That will give us a 7-star Vulture Droid. The only thing there though is I don't know if we're going to be doing that very early game, because a lot of you are actually wondering what fleet I'm going to be using for the Zetas. Well, we're probably not going to be using Vulture Droid in that one. However, long term, we'll probably integrate Vulture Droid into whatever fleet we decide on, which comes to the next point of this video. What fleet am I going to be farming? You know, my farming guide doesn't really outline a fleet. I talk a little bit about Rebels, I talk a little bit about Executor, but I don't really give you guys a definitive answer on what fleet I'm going for. And that's because, if I'm honest, I haven't fully decided. Now in terms of what makes sense, well, Rebels makes a lot of sense. I think a Rebel fleet would work. That's for sure. And you know, I can get behind doing a Rebel fleet because we've got Dash, so we could do Dash's ship, and then we can do the Millennium Falcon, and then we could do Biggs, and right there, that's three ships. That's the Rebel fleet. Early game. However, like I said, I'm not sure if that's what I want to be doing. We could also do Executor. We could even do Resistance fleet or First Order fleet, but that depends on what we're doing after the Starkiller rush finishes. Which there'll be another video come out, which will detail what we think of that and what the possibilities are for the next fleets, and really the wider goal of this roster. And if you want to see that video, if this video here gets at least 5 likes within the first hour of it being posted, I'll go ahead and post that follow-up video straight away. So that's something for you guys to look forward to. Now, in terms of the fleets right now though, we do need a fleet to at least try and get top 50 in Fleet Arena, and we do need the fleet to guarantee us the Zeta mats. Now, if I'm honest, I'm more worried about making a Zeta mat fleet, which is the dark side one, than I am about the crystals from Fleet. And the reason I say that, yes, Fleet crystals are insane, don't get me wrong, but one, they might disappear anytime now. They could be removed and put somewhere else, so I don't want to fully invest in Fleet on the off chance that they remove it. And secondly, we just don't want to spread our resources too thin. So I think our best bet is go for a below average dark side fleet, guarantee we get the Zeta mats, and then once we've got the Zeta mats coming in, and once we've got the Starkiller farm under control, that's when we go back and we really invest in fleets, and we will be doing that. I'm most likely going to be going for an Empire fleet, the Chimera, because we're unlocking Thrawn anyway. We'll probably go for a Rebel fleet, and then we'll probably go for either Resistance, First Order, or Executor. We will be doing 3 fleets, because I want to make sure that we don't get outmatched in GAC for fleets. Now, I'm not saying every fleet's going to have relic pilots and relic everything, no. But what I want is 3 synergized fleets, just to guarantee that at least up until Erodium or Chromium, we can still compete. So that's the goal for fleets. And hopefully that kind of sums it up for you guys who watch this channel. Hopefully it really sums up why we're making the decisions we are. Because in the end, this is a free-to-play account. We're trying to be efficient. We're not trying to be the most efficient ever. There are people out there who are way more efficient. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to make a very GAC-focused roster. And unfortunately, if we want to do that and we want to keep up in the early stages of GAC, we've